In this video, we'll be talking about why your mind attacks you, why it feels like you're under attack from your mind. So this is for you if you struggle with anxiety, depression, negative thought patterns, intrusive thoughts, you're self-critical, or you just beat yourself up over stuff, right? And you can't shake that. So that feels like my mind is literally assaulting me, it's torturing me. And this is really the root cause of a lot of people's suffering. It's usually not the thing on the outside, it's the way we interpret it that creates most of the suffering and the discomfort that we struggle with. So I want to share with you a powerful psychological insight which I don't think you've probably heard about before. And with awareness of this new dynamic, you can hopefully begin to see it in your own life and start to free yourself from it. So obviously awareness is always the key. So I just want to bring your awareness to this blind spot of how you are almost attacking yourself through your mind. The first idea, really the core piece of this video, the idea is aggression. So a lot of our bad negative feelings are created through self-aggression. If you do a bit of research about depression, it's usually considered depression is aggression turned inward, right? You're attacking yourself. You're making yourself miserable. Before we get into that, I want to talk about aggression first, because it's a very, very important subject, and usually it just gets like dismissed or it's seen as something very, very negative, and therein lies the problem. So from an evolutionary standpoint, humans evolved as animals. We're mostly animals, right? And all animals have an aggressive nature. We've needed this aggressive nature in order to survive, in order for us to evolve to where we are now. Without this natural aggressive nature, we wouldn't have evolved. We wouldn't have been able to get our survival needs met, food, shelter, mates, and just to be where we are now. Obviously, we live in a very different world now, but primitively, we're still pretty much the same. We haven't evolved as much as we might think that we have. We've still got these basic tendencies and impulses that human beings had from thousands of years ago. We haven't outgrown them, right? And so something like aggression that was necessary back then maybe isn't as necessary now, but that energy hasn't gone away, right? Fast forward into 2021 in the modern day, and society and the culture and the way we're socialized and brought up, we're told that aggression is bad, right? Naturally, because a lot of the aggression we see is harmful and destructive. So what do? We cut ourselves off from our aggressive impulses. Okay, not only does that weaken us, it leaves us open to be attacked by that energy. It's just an energy. It's a natural part of who we are. And if we don't integrate that and make that a part of who we are, guess what it's going to do? It's going to attack you. So we can begin to be socialized and made into nice, soft, kind people, but we lose a big part of our power, and that is where a lot of our suffering is created. That energy, that aggressive energy, still needs an outlet, right? And if we're not integrated, we haven't made that a part of who we are, like I said, it's going to come back on you. And this is what I believe is one of the main causes of depression, anxiety, intrusive thoughts, all these other things I've talked about. You're literally attacking yourself, and it feels so powerful because that aggressive energy is behind the attack. And think about how strong and destructive aggressive energy can be when it's not in responsible hands. It's so powerful, it's ferocious. And this is why you suffer, this is why you struggle. So really, we need to begin to recognize these unconscious dynamics that nobody tells us about and make them a part of who we are. That doesn't mean you're going to become some destructive, angry person. That's someone who represses their aggression. They're passive aggressive. When you integrate it and make it a part of your personality and a part of who you are, because it is a part of who you are, you become a powerful person. You become a much more assertive person, right? That's why we need it. But if we look at the world, especially in relation to men, a lot of men are passive and weak because we've been cut off from our power, right? We're being told that aggression is bad, but it's not. It's just a natural part of who we are. Suppressing anything is going to create problems. And this is what happens when we suppress parts of ourselves. It comes out in dysfunctional ways. And what could be more dysfunctional than us actually attacking ourselves? And furthermore, if you struggle in life, if you feel like you struggle to move your life forward, you can't achieve your goals, you can't get things going, and you just feel stuck, then I'm guessing you are disconnected from your power. You are not connected to your natural aggressive impulses, which, like I said, are just a natural part of who we are. Why aren't you connected to it? Because the world told you it's wrong. So now we're just stuck, we're soft, we can't do anything, right? Something I'm still trying to figure out is how the aggressive nature taps into our negative emotions, because it does. The way I've kind of pieced it together right now is that when we're under self-attack through this aggression, when this energy is almost attacking us because it doesn't have a healthy outlet, it hits our weak spots. And our weak spots are our emotional attachments to negative emotions. So if you have a negative emotional attachment to fear, when that aggression hits you, it's going to cause you to activate that negative emotional attachment. If you're negatively attached to sadness or loneliness, when that aggression attacks you, the energy of it, you're going to again just default to your negative emotional attachment. It's like a slippery slide, and that aggression pushes you down the slide and you fall into this negative emotion, and now you're stuck, right? You can't get up. You can't climb up a slide, right? Only through awareness can you realize there's other ways out. Only through awareness can you begin to see, okay, I'm attacking myself through this energy. What can I do to start to use this energy consciously so it doesn't use me unconsciously? And that's the second part of the video, is how can we begin to give this powerful energy a healthy expression? So I have a few ideas, some things I do, some things that you can do, but yeah, get creative, think about things you can do yourself. Just to give you a few ideas, a great and the simple one is working out, exercising. Tap into your aggressive impulses when you're exercising. Really crank up the intensity when you're working out, right? Don't just go through the motions. That's a great way to connect to that aggression. Striving for something, just pursuing something, right? It's a great way to connect to it as well. You can try things like speaking out, pursuing a passion, whatever it might be. Slowly you'll begin to integrate this energy. It will take time, it's not going to happen overnight, but slowly you'll begin to feel it. You'll become more confident. You won't be afraid to speak out. You'll probably have the power, the energy to do more of the things that you want to do. You won't be afraid. We need this energy in order to live more fully. We can't live fully without it, right? It's like being disconnected from your power, and I see so many people now are disconnected from their power. And I think this is potentially one of the main reasons why. This is something Freud was talking about 100 years ago. So it's not new information, it just never made it to the mainstream. But it just makes absolute sense to me when we consider this. So just start to become more conscious, more aware of when you're attacking yourself. That's an aggressive energy that you can use and direct into a different direction. Okay? And just work on that. And slowly your mental problems will begin to fall away. So that is everything I have to talk about in the video. If you've got any questions, hit me up in the comments. Otherwise, as normal, if you could please go ahead, give it a like, comment, share, subscribe. It really helps me out. Check out my book if you haven't already. Link down below. But otherwise, until next time, remember to keep living free and being free. Peace.